Good morning. This is our next lesson on number sense chapter or grade 7 and lesson 87 on page 134, and we're talking about integers. What is an integer? So an integer is a whole number that can be either positive, negative, or zero. If you have a number that has a fraction to it or has any decimals to it, then that is not a whole number and that is not an integer. Okay, so whole numbers, positive or negative or zero. You can start understanding the relationship between different integers by either using a number line. So we would have the numbers maybe 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to draw a quick number line here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Here's my poorly drawn number line. And I just say, okay, I can start comparing numbers on this number line very easily to each other and say, okay, well, this is, these are all little positives I could put over here too. I could say, well, which one's larger, positive 3 or negative 1? Well, the one to the left is always going to be the larger one. Okay, so positive 3 is a bigger number than negative 1. Or I could say positive 4 is larger than positive 1. Even though both are in the positive sections, it's the left of the number line. That's one way. If you want to use a number line, you can do that. The other way is just understanding when how positive and negatives interact. You can think about the 0 as like a mirror, and everything going to the left is going to get bigger. Everything going to the right is always going to get smaller. So negative 1 and negative 3, if you compare these two numbers, this is a larger number than negative 3 is. This is going to be your bigger one. This is going to be your smaller one because it works the opposite when you get to the negatives. Okay? So I'm going to have a series of positives and negatives here that I want to sort of understand the relationship about. And I have which one's larger, plus 1 or negative 1? Well, plus 1, positive 9 or negative, or positive 9 or positive 7. That one's going to be bigger. Negative 6 or negative 19. Negative 6 is going to be bigger. 1 or negative 7. 1 is going to be bigger. And the way I know this is if I were to place this on number lines, I could see it, or I could understand, well, whenever I have a positive and negative comparing to each other, the positive will always be larger. If I have two positives, the larger positive will be bigger. If I have two negatives, the smaller negative will be bigger. And sometimes I don't even have the numbers in front of it, but this is a positive one because I didn't put anything in front of it. If there's nothing in front of a number, that means it's going to be a positive. There always will be a negative sign in front of any sort of negative numbers. Okay. You will find the questions on page 134. I would do numbers 1 through 6 and number 8. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you later.